My beloved child, listen closely. The truth that has been hidden for months is finally rising to the surface tonight. Don't skip. Stay till the end because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see everything, especially her. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven needs you to be calm when you hear it. You felt it, haven't you? The sudden silence in her eyes, the moments when she avoided your gaze, the strange messages she tried to hide. Every time you asked, she said, "It's nothing," but deep down, you knew it was more. Tonight, that nothing becomes everything, and the truth will no longer hide behind her tears. There's been a presence around her lately, one that's not easy to define. It's like she's been living in two worlds, one she shows you, and one she hides from everyone. Don't skip. Heaven says her secret isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to prepare you. Something divine is using this exposure to heal what has been broken in your family for years. You might feel anger when you first hear it, but Archangel Michael says, hold your heart steady. What's coming is not betrayal, it's revelation. The truth you feared will bring peace if you allow it to. Stay till the end. The entire story will unfold like a storm calming itself after thunder. Days ago, she was sitting alone, whispering something under her breath. You thought it was just another random moment. But that whisper was actually her confession. She was talking to someone she thought was listening only in her heart. The angels were there, taking note of every word she said. She said, "I wish they would forgive me." Her voice trembled. And that's when it started, the unlocking of the hidden doors. Heaven began recording her truth, waiting for this exact moment to expose it before you. Don't skip now. Because you're about to see what she's been trying to protect you from. She didn't want you to worry. She didn't want you to see her differently. But what she didn't know is that the heavens always see, and the light always finds its way through the cracks of darkness. What she did, it wasn't to hurt you, it was to save someone else. She made a choice that day that most people wouldn't have the courage to make. Someone dear to her was in trouble, and instead of calling you, she took it upon herself to fix it. She met someone secretly, thinking she could handle it. But heaven says, the one she trusted wasn't pure in their intentions. This person promised to help her but only dragged her deeper into confusion. Don't skip, because what I'm revealing now is the moment everything changed. That night, she came home late. You noticed her quiet face, her trembling hands. You asked if she was okay. She smiled. That smile was the mask she wore to hide her tears. She has been carrying this alone ever since. Every night she prayed for forgiveness, every morning she tried to act strong. She thought you'd be disappointed if you knew, but heaven says, you were chosen to know this truth because only your love can free her. Stay till the end, because what you're about to learn next will make your heart tremble, not from anger, but from understanding. She didn't betray you, my child. She protected you in a way that even she didn't fully understand. The person who pulled her into this wasn't a stranger, it was someone close. Someone who visited your home, spoke sweetly, acted innocent. Heaven says, this person thought their actions would stay buried, but their shadow has reached its limit. The exposure begins now. That person's name will come to you like a whisper tonight. You might see their initials appear somewhere unexpectedly, or hear a sound that feels too familiar. Don't ignore it. It will be the sign that the divine revelation has begun. She was followed for weeks without your knowledge. The same person kept appearing in her messages, sending fake smiles and hidden threats. She tried to delete them before you saw, but the energy around her started to shift. That's when the angels intervened. Archangel Michael says, I have stepped in. A divine barrier was placed around her room. The shadows that once lingered there have started to dissolve. The same person who caused this will now face the weight of what they've done. Her heart has been pure all along. She may have made mistakes, but none of them define her. What defines her is the way she still prays for your happiness, even when she believes you might hate her after knowing this. The divine counsel has already acted. The person who hurt her is under investigation, not by human hands, but by celestial judgment. The universe has turned its attention to your family, and nothing will remain hidden. Heaven wept when she wrote that. Because her heart was heavy, but her love was selfless. Now, God is using this truth to teach you both forgiveness that goes beyond words. When the full truth surfaces, you'll realize she was the angel sent to test your compassion. Her silence wasn't rebellion, it was sacrifice. Her tears weren't guilt, they were prayers in disguise. My child. The one who planned all this will soon be revealed through an unexpected event. You might overhear a conversation, receive a message, or find an old note that was never meant for your eyes. That's heaven guiding you to see what was hidden. The truth is this: your daughter was never against you. She stood in the line of fire so that the burden would fall on her, not you. She took the blame for something she didn't even cause. And now, heaven says, it's time to lift that weight off her shoulders. Stay till the end because her restoration begins tonight. She will cry, and when she does, don't interrupt. Let her speak. Her voice has been trapped behind fear for too long. When she says, "I'm sorry," you'll feel something inside you break, and that's not pain, it's healing. The light entering the cracks of what was once broken. Archangel Michael says, do not react with rage. The true test of love is being able to hold someone who hid something from you and still see the goodness inside them. Your daughter's truth will cleanse the space that lies between you. You might remember nights when she sat in silence, staring at the ceiling. Those weren't random moments. She was asking for help from above, and now those prayers are being answered through you. God is exposing her story not to embarrass her, but to rewrite it. The same story that began in shame will end in redemption. Don't skip this part, because this is where everything turns. Soon, she will tell you about the friend who misled her, the plan that went wrong, and the moment she realized how far she had fallen. But instead of condemning her, you'll be the one heaven uses to lift her up again. Now, as you sit and listen, you might feel chills. That's not fear, it's the presence of truth passing through you. Heaven has orchestrated this entire moment so you can know how deeply you are loved, and how fiercely your child is being protected. The exposure will come softly. Not through shouting, not through chaos. It will come like morning light through a window. She will speak, and you'll understand everything. My beloved child, stay right here and don't move. The part you're about to hear is the one heaven kept sealed until your heart was ready. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because what unfolds next will not just expose someone, it will awaken something divine inside you. Something huge is waiting for you, right beyond these words. The night after her tears first touched her pillow, the energy in her room shifted. You may have felt it too, like the air became heavier, the silence louder. She had just received a message that froze her world. It wasn't from a stranger. It was from the very person she once trusted to protect her. He said things that shattered her. Words that shouldn't have been spoken to someone so innocent. She didn't reply. She couldn't. But heaven recorded every word. That's when the angels started to move, swiftly, silently, setting the stage for justice to begin its quiet march. She didn't want you to see her broken, so she smiled in front of you. That smile was her armor. Her silence was her scream. She prayed every night for one thing, that you never find out. Because in her mind, protecting you meant lying to herself. But tonight, heaven has changed its order. No more secrets. No more silence. The one who caused her pain will be seen for who they truly are. Don't skip, my child. Because this is where truth walks in wearing light. Archangel Michael says, the person who hurt her walks in disguise, but their mask is cracking. You've noticed it, haven't you? The tension in their voice, the sudden avoidance, the forced laughter when your name is mentioned. These are not coincidences. These are divine signals. That person used her weakness, her innocence, to gain control. They promised to solve her problem but demanded something in return. She refused, and that's when their threats began. They told her lies that made her believe she was trapped forever. But God doesn't let His children stay trapped. When she cried that night, a light flickered in the corner of her room. That wasn't electricity, it was presence. The archangel entered her space and whispered, "You are not alone anymore." From that moment, things began to shift. The person who tried to manipulate her started losing power. Their words stopped working, their charm faded, their secrets began leaking like cracks in glass. Heaven was flipping the script. You might have noticed small signs lately: lost documents, late replies, unexplainable calls, the look of guilt in their eyes. Don't ignore them. Those are breadcrumbs leading you to the revelation. When the full truth lands, it won't shout. It will whisper, through circumstances, through timing, through undeniable clarity. And when it does, you will understand why heaven waited this long. Archangel Michael says, the one you trusted is being weighed on heaven's scale. Their charm, their words, their masks, all of it is being stripped. You'll see them stumble in their own web of deceit. It's divine timing, not revenge. Your daughter's innocence was used as bait, but she has been redeemed by her courage. When the truth hits daylight, her eyes will finally lift. She'll no longer hide her phone, her face, or her fears. She'll look at you and say, "It's over." And when she does, heaven will echo those same words. "My child, stay strong." Because soon she will tell you everything. She will reveal names, places, and moments she thought she'd take to her grave. And you won't shout, you'll listen. Because that's what this moment requires, listening without judgment. Her voice might shake. Her tears might fall. But let her finish. Every sentence she says is a piece of the chain breaking apart. Heaven is watching that conversation already. And when she finishes, the light will settle upon your home. There was one particular night she'll tell you about, the night she thought she'd lost everything. She sat on her bed, holding something small in her hand, a pendant, a picture, maybe a note. She looked at it and whispered, "Please, give me one more chance." And heaven did. That was the night you woke up suddenly at 2:17 a.m. for no reason. You remember that, don't you? You felt like someone called your name. That wasn't random. That was heaven connecting your hearts again. Since that moment, every event has been leading you here, to this exact second. To this message. To this awakening. Don't scroll away now. You're standing at the edge of a generational shift. When the truth comes, peace follows like sunrise. Archangel Michael says, she is being protected now, not punished. The person who deceived her will face a quiet fall, no drama, no chaos, just exposure through divine order. You won't have to act, the truth will act for you. What you need to do now is prepare your spirit. Because when she finally opens up, your reaction will determine how healing flows. Breathe. Listen. Hold her hand if she lets you. Let her feel that she is still your child, not your disappointment. Heaven will handle the rest. The conversations, the outcomes, the justice, it's already in motion. What's asked from you is grace. Pure, calm grace. That's how angels move through human hearts. You might find her cleaning her room suddenly, giving away old things, or staring quietly into space. Those are signs of her spiritual cleansing. Every tear she sheds is a prayer answered. Every word she speaks now is watched by heaven. And when she finally looks at you, really looks at you, you'll see a light in her eyes that was gone for months. That's not just relief, it's rebirth. She is becoming who she was meant to be before the world interfered. The exposure won't end with her confession. It will ripple outward. The one who manipulated her will lose favor, lose credibility, and lose the mask they wore so proudly. Don't celebrate it. Just watch. Heaven doesn't humiliate, it restores balance. Your family will feel lighter. The silence that once haunted your home will turn into laughter again. She will cook again, sing again, smile again. The air itself will change, because light always shifts the atmosphere when darkness leaves. And when you see that change, remember, this was never about punishment. It was always about love finding its way back through pain. My beloved child, stay present. You were chosen for this moment because your strength carries generations of prayers. This revelation will end cycles of misunderstanding that have lived too long. The truth about your daughter is not something to fear, it's something to honor. Because it shows she still has a heart that can break, and a spirit that can rise. Her tears are the final drops before the healing rain begins. The next time you hold her hand, do it knowing that God has already forgiven her. That your embrace will finish what heaven started. And when you do, you'll feel something powerful move through you, peace. It will be quiet. But it will be everything. The war between truth and silence will end. And in its place, a new story will begin, one written with light, love, and understanding. Stay calm. Stay kind. Stay till the end. Because the exposure isn't just a revelation, it's a reunion written by heaven itself. My beloved child, stay where you are and listen carefully. Don't skip, because this is the moment the story turns. Heaven has waited for this part, the part where everything that was hidden begins to crumble. Something huge is about to unfold before your eyes, and it will make sense why everything happened the way it did. That person, the one who pretended to care, the one who wore kindness like a mask, is starting to lose their grip. You've probably felt it already, their tone changed, their confidence shaken, their eyes refusing to meet yours. That's not guilt you're imagining, it's exposure taking form. They thought they could outsmart destiny. They believed lies could live longer than truth. But the divine doesn't forget, my child. What is done in silence is now echoing loudly in their life, and no voice can silence it again. It started with one small moment, an accident that wasn't an accident. A message sent to the wrong person. A conversation overheard. A coincidence that wasn't random. These are the ways heaven works when it's time to reveal what's been hidden too long. That very person who once smirked behind closed doors is now losing everything they gained through deceit. They feel the weight of what they've done. Their friends are questioning them, their lies aren't lining up, their plans are falling apart piece by piece. Archangel Michael says, no truth can be buried forever. When the appointed time comes, even whispers become thunder. That thunder is now shaking the one who thought they could hide forever. They're realizing that every word they spoke, every manipulation they crafted, is now being uncovered. Their phone calls are being replayed in divine courts, their promises turned to dust. And what they don't know is that their own conscience will become the loudest voice of judgment. The manipulator will soon face what they tried to run from: exposure through truth, not revenge. Their own words will betray them. Their own actions will tell on them. And the same people they once fooled will now see through the illusion. It will start small: a sudden coldness from others, a misunderstanding that can't be fixed, a door that closes without reason. Then, their name will begin to lose its shine. That's how heaven removes power from the wicked, by removing influence, not life. Your daughter will hear of it. She'll freeze at first, unable to believe it's real. But then she'll smile, not out of pride, but out of relief. The storm that chased her for so long will finally stop. She will understand that light doesn't always fight darkness by force. Sometimes, it simply outlasts it. Now, listen closely. The night before everything collapses, there will be one last attempt: a message, a call, a visit. The manipulator will try to twist the story one final time. They'll play victim. They'll say it was all misunderstood. Your daughter might hesitate, fearing that speaking up again will cause trouble. That's when you remind her, this time, she's protected. She's no longer that trembling girl who carried secrets alone. She's standing in the armor of light now. Archangel Michael says, the same one who tried to steal her light will now serve as proof that divine order never fails. Their downfall won't be dramatic, it will be poetic. Everything they used against her will turn back toward them. They'll lose the trust they abused. They'll lose the attention they sought. The world around them will start seeing through their charm, and nothing they say will sound convincing anymore. That's how exposure feels: it doesn't shout, it isolates. Meanwhile, your daughter's life will begin to bloom again. She'll reconnect with the parts of herself she thought she lost forever. Her laughter will return first, then her faith, then her purpose. And when she looks at you, she'll see not judgment, but strength. The kind of strength that only love can carry. You'll see blessings start aligning where confusion once lived. You'll receive calls of opportunity, messages of reconciliation, unexpected peace entering your home. The energy around your family will feel lighter, cleaner, almost renewed. There's something sacred about redemption. It doesn't erase the past, it transforms it. Heaven wants you to understand this: your daughter's mistakes were never meant to define her. They were meant to awaken the warrior within her. Every tear she shed was counted. Every apology she whispered was heard. Every fear she carried was seen. Now, heaven returns them all as blessings. You'll see her shine in ways you've never seen before. The same pain that nearly broke her will become the fuel for her strength. And one day, she'll tell this story, not with shame, but with power. Because she'll know that truth, even when painful, sets not just one person free, but generations. My beloved child, don't let bitterness take root. When the manipulator's fall becomes public, do not rejoice. Simply close your eyes and thank heaven for closure. Justice has already been served, revenge is unnecessary. Focus on your daughter. She needs your light more than ever. Guide her gently, speak with kindness, and remind her that she is not defined by what she went through but by how she rises from it. The angels will continue to surround her every night. You'll notice small things: a calm smile, a sound sleep, laughter at dinner. These are signs that the old energy has left and the new has entered. In the coming days, she'll receive something symbolic, maybe a message from an old friend, maybe an opportunity that aligns perfectly, maybe a dream that feels too vivid to ignore. That's heaven confirming her freedom. When that happens, remind her of this moment. Tell her she was never exposed to be shamed, she was revealed to be restored. What was once her silence will now be her strength. And as for you, stand tall. You've played your role perfectly, listening, understanding, and believing. The divine sees that. Heaven rewards hearts that stay kind when tested. So breathe. Because it's over now. The truth is free, the light has won, and the storm has passed. My beloved child, take a deep breath. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because what happens now is not destruction, it's rebirth. You've witnessed exposure, you've seen the fall of deceit, but this part is where the light begins to shine brighter than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you right now: hope, peace, and restoration in full glory. The morning after the truth came out, the air itself felt different. You noticed it too, didn't you? The stillness in your home wasn't silence, it was calm. The storm that once roared had finally settled. Your daughter woke up that day lighter, freer, almost glowing. The weight she carried for so long had vanished without a sound. She sat quietly by the window, sunlight brushing against her face. It wasn't just light, it was forgiveness touching her soul. Her eyes looked clearer, her voice softer, her spirit awake. That's when heaven whispered, "This is what grace looks like." For days, you had watched her withdraw into herself, afraid of your reaction. But now, something sacred was returning to her. The girl who once feared love was learning how to receive it again. The guilt that once tied her heart in knots was dissolving in real time. She walked into the kitchen that morning and smiled, a small, trembling smile that carried a world of healing behind it. You didn't say anything at first, you just looked at her. And in that silence, every misunderstanding that once separated you vanished. That moment wasn't just emotional, it was divine. The energy shifted completely. The angels who once stood guard now watched with relief as peace entered the home they had been protecting. Archangel Michael says, "When light wins, there's no need for noise." The quiet that followed wasn't emptiness, it was victory. The same person who once tried to harm her will now see the difference between manipulation and mercy. Heaven doesn't destroy, it educates. That person is being shown every action they took and the pain it caused. They will feel the full weight of their choices, not through suffering, but through realization. They will lose the false power they built. People will distance from them naturally. Their voice will fade, their influence will dim. But your daughter? She will only rise higher. She will become the voice others look to when they need courage. The very thing meant to break her will become her divine assignment. Your daughter will begin attracting the right people, kind souls, genuine hearts, real friendships. No more masks, no more manipulation. The people entering her life now are heaven approved. Every conversation, every meeting, every coincidence will carry divine purpose. She will start writing again, singing again, maybe even smiling at her reflection for the first time in a long while. Her laughter will sound like music after months of sorrow. That's when you'll understand, the real exposure wasn't about shame, it was about unlocking her true identity. Archangel Michael says, "Where truth is revealed, blessings follow like rivers." That's exactly what's happening now. The space that was once filled with tension will overflow with peace. You might notice her room feels lighter. The air feels cleaner. Even the objects around seem calmer. That's not your imagination, it's divine energy reclaiming the space. Every corner that once held fear is now filled with protection. One night soon, you'll walk past her door and hear her humming again. You'll stop, listen, and feel your eyes water. That small sound is the sound of deliverance. It's the sound of a heart healed, a spirit reborn, and a home restored. A few days later, she'll sit down with you and say something unexpected. Her tone will be soft, but her words will hold power. "Thank you for not hating me." Those 6 words will echo inside you like a gentle storm. You'll smile, not out of pride, but out of peace. Because you'll realize that love, when tested, doesn't break, it transforms. And at that very second, you'll feel heaven smiling too. Every angel who guarded her through sleepless nights will bow in quiet reverence, knowing the battle has been won through compassion. This is what divine exposure leads to: clarity, not chaos. Healing, not harm. Connection, not separation. A phone call will come soon, something small, maybe from someone she once lost touch with. That call will open a new path for her life. A job, an opportunity, a partnership, something pure and aligned with her destiny. Heaven is orchestrating it right now. The same daughter who once cried herself to sleep will now walk into a future filled with light. She'll stop apologizing for her past and start shining through her purpose. Every scar will turn into wisdom. Every wound will glow like gold. And you, my child, you will stand as the anchor that held everything together. Archangel Michael says, because you chose to love instead of condemn, heaven will reward your household. You will soon notice blessings multiplying around you, unexpected messages of good news, peace in your relationships, strength in your spirit. Your home will feel like it's breathing again. The laughter will come back stronger than before. The love will feel deeper, more honest, more divine. And your daughter, she'll never hide again. She'll walk freely, knowing that truth didn't destroy her, it freed her. She will tell her story one day, and when she does, her words will carry power that touches thousands.